Hello dear traders, welcome to the Trading Hero channel for the weekly video trading review. This is our first video in 2025. This week all portfolios showed profits. Let's start with the $5,000 portfolio in the first version. This portfolio made a profit of 0.4%. The 5,000 portfolio in the second version made a profit of 0.6%. The 10,000 portfolio in the first version made a profit of 0.7%. The 10,000 portfolio in the second version made a profit of 0.14%. The 20,000 portfolio made a profit of 0.3%. The 50,000 portfolio made a profit of 0.26%. The 100,000 portfolio made a profit of 0.2%. The 200,000 portfolio made a profit of 0.26%. Let's go to the MetaTrader platform and see how we traded this week. The first currency pair is the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. We are on the hourly time frame. Each vertical line separates one trading day, and we have marked the trading area for the past week with a grey rectangle. This week's trend was downward, so our buy positions remain open. The market was declining quite actively, and we currently have open positions on almost all algorithms. If we look globally, the price of this currency pair is approaching the previous local lows that were formed in the summer of 2024. Therefore, we can expect a correction from these levels even if the price goes slightly lower, since there is a more significant support level below. We still have a margin to withstand this movement, open additional positions, and after the correction, we will close all trades with a profit. This week's profit amounted to $226. The next currency pair is the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar, and for this asset, we see that the market is actually in consolidation. We have not had any breaks of local highs or lows since the end of the previous year. Very few positions were gained. This week's profit was $21. The next currency pair is the Australian dollar against the US dollar. We had a fairly strong downward trend for this asset, with the market moving more than 1,600 pips from high to low, which is quite a lot for this currency pair. We currently have 2 open buy orders. Also, several buy and sell trades were opened and closed this week. Looking globally, we are at fairly favorable prices for buying this asset, as the price has dropped below 2022 levels and is already close to the prices we had during the coronavirus in 2020. That is, this zone is interesting not only for short-term trading, but also for setting up longer-term positions. This week's profit amounted to $147. The next currency pair is the euro against the British pound. We did not have any closed positions on this asset because the market was in flat for the first half of the week, after which it began to grow rapidly. We currently have several open sell trades, and looking at the global picture, we can see that we are in a correction phase from the downtrend, so we are likely to continue moving up. Next, we are waiting for the resistance level that the price tested several times last year, after which we can expect another correction and the closing of our open trades with profit. The next currency pair is the pound against the US dollar. This asset, like the Australian dollar, also showed a decline, and we earned $234. We also have several open buy orders if we look at the higher time frame, and we can also see that this week we broke through the lows of 2024 and approached the consolidation zone that was formed at the end of 2023. Very often in such zones, market movements tend to slow down, so the likelihood of a correction next week is quite high in our opinion. The next currency pair is the pound against the Canadian dollar. We have a similar picture of the pound against the previous currency pair. There is also a downward trend. The market has been declining virtually all week. We have already reached the levels of November last year. And from this zone, we can also expect an upward correction and the closure of existing open positions. This week's profit amounted to $126. The last currency pair for today is the New Zealand dollar against the Canadian dollar. We also have several closed buy trades that brought us a profit of $225, but most of the trades remain open as the market has been declining throughout the week. We have a lot of buy orders, and if we look globally, we are already approaching the local lows of the fall of 2023. So again, we expect a slight consolidation from this zone, followed by correction and closing of open positions with a profit. We wish you a productive upcoming week and see you in the next video.